up to the boys. Fox and Shane, set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a penny turn red. Can't let that shit play in my head, war gaming.
But why a horse, though? Oh, hey, welcome to Beers and Banter. This is a Hobby Homies podcast where we partake in a couple bevs and talk. We just talk random shit, to be honest.
We call it banter, but it's just nonsense.
Yeah, it's not banter. Banter's just us, like,
hey, dude, how are you?
jazzing on each other. Let's jazz on each other. Oh, hey, I'm Fox, and this is my friend, a giant tomato. Because the dude doesn't know how to apply SPF 30 plus correctly.
50 plus now, dude. Come on.
Well, yeah. Well, how did you know that? Yeah, I got
Churchy's
two tomatoes
red
here.
as fuck.
Call me a farmer because I'm hanging out with a bunch of tomatoes.
You've been busy as fuck, dude.
This
it's been a long
is Shane.
Thank you.
This is Churchy over here.
Yeah, I'm Churchy.
This is what I've named my tomatoes. Welcome to Fox's Veggie Patch. Guess I got a green thumb. I'm trying to put that in front of my thumb. You're welcome, everyone. Yeah, normally we rate these beers, but this is just it's a Carlton Dry.
Yeah.
There you go. After we were dissing it on our live episode, you've turned around and you've backflipped.
They wrote back.
Well, they say, fuck you, Shane, pretty much. And you're like, well, to our new sponsors, Carlton Dry. Why a horse, though? Do you even know why their logo's a horse?
Well, I think it's got something to do back in 1887 when they started brewing.
Hang on, dude. Seems like you're going to need the goggles because this sounds like a deep dive.
Deep driving a Carlton Dry. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Oh, that's a good one.
Are
you actually being serious, though? Are you trying?
Sweeper that we're going to miss the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, we've pushed it back one.
I don't know. It says 150 years of brewing, maybe because they had horses back then.
Hey, if you're new here, by the way, I want to get back to that one real quick. This is a hobby podcast. We talk about tabletop games usually,
Sometimes.
but as you can tell,
Yep.
If
you want to hear about all that stuff, check out our main episodes. Beers and Banter is a little less
structured. Yeah, it's a little less. Yeah, well played. It is a little less. Yeah, if you want to know which ones our main episodes are, they're the ones named Season 3, Episode 14.
We're in Season 4 now, but...
Yeah, I'm just giving an example.
Could use the current
These
one.
Beers and Banter ones are called Beers and Banter.
Yep.
And who knows what you're going to get. It's kind of like a Kinder Surprise, but not
bag.
good. Yeah.
You can't open that toy and it's like two pieces you put together and it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. It's like a Kinder Surprise if you've got a nut allergy. Like,
Yowies are better.
Risky. It may contain traces of nuts. Maybe it's garbage. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's going to kill me. Who knows?
Anaphylactic Russian roulette.
Yeah, that's what this podcast is for the non-anaphylaxis. Russian roulette.
I bloody love that. Anaphylactic Russian roulette.
Yeah, they had horses 150 years ago, as they do today.
Not as many, though.
Do you reckon it has something to do with the Carlton racing scene?
Was there a racing scene in Carlton?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was there a racing scene in Carlton? I know Flemington has a racing scene.
There might have been one day.
Flemington and Carlton?
Maybe there's a Carlton.
No.
Well,
very much no.
Maybe they had to take a horse to get to Flemington.
I would imagine
From Carlton.
so, because there was no other modes of transportation back then.
How'd they get all them horses on that ship? Anyways, I have more questions. More doozies like that.
That's a hard-hitting question there, dude.
Hey, we haven't touched 40k in a minute.
It's been a red-hot minute. I don't reckon I've played 40k since the GTO.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I played one game after
Yeah, your
with
Harley
Dave.
Quinns and you got smashed.
Loved it, though.
Of course you did.
Maybe I should paint those Harleys. They're actually more done than I remember.
They are pretty much done. You got sensors on them.
Damn it, I just got to dry brush some bases. Yeah, far out.
Yeah.
Maybe I forgot about those. Maybe I should play some Warhammer. But that's what I want to know is what would get you back into 40k. I know you've been like burnt out with just like Games Workshop and all their FOMO and business practices and the long nature of 40k. But what would get you back in? What's something that if it happened tomorrow?
Man. I don't know, dude. Like, there's just, it's like I've seen the other side of the fence.
Oh yeah.
You
What's
know?
the other side? Other games.
Yeah.
Smaller, more affordable games.
Greener.
Yeah.
It's nicer out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, dude. Like, alternating activations, maybe. But then, like, how can you do that on a large scale war game?
Yeah, no.
But then, is 40k large scale? Because, like, units getting smaller
Yeah, and more elite.
and more elite. Yeah, like, so I don't know. Like, what I feel like 40k is. This is the way I mean. What I'm saying isn't gospel, right?
Of course.
Like,
God, no.
I'm just some dude.
Yeah.
I'm talking shit,
Yeah.
but like, it's like I feel like 40k is having an identity crisis. It's like I don't know what we're doing. We're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
So you don't know. They don't know if they're trying to be a large scale war game.
A skirmish sized
There
game.
would be like are they a battle sized game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, skirmish is the wrong word, of course, because like the smallest army, even a very elite army, is still going to have like 20 odd models, right? More most likely.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
Yep.
skirmish game is normally what
But-
5 to 10 or something like maybe 20 tops. But,
There does seem to be this weird little mismatch where you have these massive characters like Mortarion or like a Shard of the Void Dragon or whatever, these massive ones. And then somehow they're in an army with just like 20, 30 models.
Yeah.
Like 20, 30 dudes.
I guess, you know, the game you're playing isn't the whole battle. It's like
It's like this little corner
it's
of a battle.
spearhead, or it's the
Yeah.
it's the precursor, or it's some other part of this larger battle that's taking place.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, you know, your loss or victory, what does it matter in the grand scheme of things? Like,
Yeah, why are we all here?
Exactly. Why are we here? If it's this massive battle, like, what's the point?
Yeah. What if I
These
lost
6
here and then won
objectives
everywhere else?
On this tiny little table, like, why are they so vital? Why are they so important? Of course, your headcanon can like go any way you want, right?
Sure.
Like, I don't know.
I know what would get you back in.
What?
I fucking know it. I knew it, dude. I reckon, just based off what you've said to me, I wonder if the narrative, what do you call it? What's the Crusade?
Yep.
Done slightly better with like a large scale map where you take zones. If that type of version of the game was as played as the competitive thing,
Maybe.
I think you'd play it more. Well, I think you'd play that side of it where it's like, hey man, this weekend we're fighting for this sector.
Yeah.
Now, or no, you choose. You know, there's these 3 sectors on your front line. This one's against Whack. If you don't fight him this week, he'll automatically take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's fine because you'll have the opportunity to defend that, and you'll be like, oh well, that's easier for me to defend because it's got this bonus if I defend it. You know, if it was that style of game,
Yeah.
where your tiny little battles had a big narrative impact.
Maybe, but then you've got to plan all that. You've got to.
Nah, someone else
these
does all that
games.
shit.
Yeah. Then you got to follow their their plans,
Yeah.
right? Like, I'm hearing you. Like that.
Yeah.
That does sound incredible. It sounds insane. I love that. But
Yeah.
like, you're sort of stuck to this schedule.
Sure.
So I don't know. My games. I don't know, man. Like, 40k. That's where I've always been. Like, it's where we started.
Yeah.
It's my first taste of wargaming.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna have a soft spot for it.
Yeah.
But I'm just not like itching to play games like we used to.
Yeah.
I'd rather play something else,
Do you feel like you just haven't found your army yet, maybe? Like, if you had a painted army ready to go that had your play style, and I was like, hey, Shane, I got my Harleys. You want to play a game? And right now, you're probably like, I don't really want to play Necrons. Blood Angels aren't really painted. Gene Steel Cults I'm kind of burnt out with. Like,
Plus
they're
they got
really
the new
difficult.
book, which
And the
I
new
don't
book, I don't know the rules.
Yeah.
You know, if you had one army where you're just like, I like the play style, they're all painted, and I know the rules well,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, you want to play a game? You'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. let's do
Maybe
it.
if it was that easy. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's the
Maybe.
entry to the game.
Might be.
The big
'cause
barrier.
I'm sort of so limited at the moment and that sort of stuff. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, if it came to playing a game or playing no games, I'd rather play a game.
Sure.
So whether it was, if it was like 40k or nothing,
Yeah.
I'd rather play a game.
But you're saying if it was 40k or literally 5 other things.
Test of Honor or something like that.
Yeah. Would you rather play Armada than 40k?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, maybe. Just because there's a different rule set. Unfamiliar with it,
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Would you rather
Yeah.
play Star Wars X-Wing
No.
than 40k?
No.
Okay,
Play
cool.
40k.
Alright, there you go.
What
Now I
about
know
you,
how to
dude?
get him.
What about you? What's 40k? Why has it been in the back burner for you?
I just think, just because of the, I would say projects of the podcast
Yeah.
is the only thing. If you turn around any day of the week and we're like, hey man, we want to catch up this day that I'm free, which is rare, and want to play 40k, I'd be like, hell yeah, dude. And I'd just go, I'd be like, do I want to play Nids, Necrons, beast snaggers, harlequins, whatever, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'd play in a heartbeat. And I probably will over the next month try and play a game or two now of harlequins. It was going to be beast snaggers, and I was going to have to buy a couple kill rigs, which are like, I don't know, like $180 or something.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh wait, I've got harlequins, and they're changing the rules for them.
Really?
Yeah, they're throwing them into the Elder Codex,
Oh shit.
which is cool. I like that. And it looks like, you know how I always complain about they've got like 3 different weapons?
Yeah, the kiss, the touch, and the caress or something.
Correct, man. Well, not really, but yeah.
Oh.
Kiss, caress, embrace.
Oh, yeah.
And they all had slightly different stats, and they would basically just constantly shift which one was the good one with their rule updates to make sure that you never had the good one,
Of
so you had
course
to
not.
buy more models.
Yeah,
you know.
convert and,
Or maybe it was balanced, whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Quite
But now,
balance.
it looks like all of them are the same.
Okay.
So it's like, hey, you know, which is great because it means like you buy the box, you build the box, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know.
Because you never would get 5 of each one.
No, you got 5. You've got 6 kisses because there's 6 players.
Oh, 6, yeah.
2, I believe, 2 caress, 2 embrace, and then maybe 1 of each pistol or 2 of each pistol. So yeah, you were limited, and obviously the best loadout was never the one you got in the box.
No.
The kiss, that was
Yeah.
never it. But yeah, now they've made all melee the same, and people think maybe there'll be stratagems based on
Yeah.
what you've got. So I don't know. We'll see what that looks like. But
Yeah.
new rules are exciting and fresh. But I'm a little nervous that, like, as their own book, they're forced to give them more stratagems and more rules.
Yeah.
But if
you
you're
think
throwing
they
them
get
into,
lost in it, you think?
I don't know. Their books were kind of just like filled with fluff,
Yeah.
just to try and fill them out.
Because it's like 4 pages of stats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like there's your stats, there's your war gear.
Yeah.
Oh, time to do 50 pages of pictures.
Yeah.
You'll just have like pictures of your weapons.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm not out of 40k. It's just like of all the things that we're doing.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm out of it either.
Yeah.
I think it's just on the back burner, but the back burner that's in the stove that's like packed away like in the camping gear,
Sure.
you know?
And doesn't have enough for like gas to get it going right now,
No.
and you're not interested in going out and buying a gas cylinder for it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas mine's like, I've just haven't turned that stove on for a while. You
Yeah.
know, and it's just because I've got these other stoves I've been using.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could if I wanted.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Cool, dude.
So we'll get there. We'll
We'll get
roll
there.
back once we get sick of everything else.
Oh, it's a vicious cycle.
It is.
Yeah.
What game are you sort of like? You know, if you go, oh, I'm not really touching 40k, it's kind of freed up a little hole for me.
Yeah.
What do you want to put in your hole?
What would I put in my hole? Well, I mean, I'm glad you asked this hard-hitting question. All kinds of things I would like to insert.
Into your hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know 0200 hours. That's probably going in your hole.
Oh, yeah.
But you got a big hole now.
Games. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think so.
Like Test of Honor
Yeah.
is clearly going to get crammed in there.
That'll get slapped in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll force that in you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
0200 hours, 5 leagues, 5 parsecs.
5 leagues.
I'm thinking a lot of... I'm just keen to get around miniature agnostic games.
Yeah, miniature agnostic skirmish.
Yeah.
Is sludge skirmish or is sludge large scale?
Sludge, I'd call it large scale.
So it's going to be a
'cause it's
big
got,
thing in your hole.
yeah, big
That's going
old
to fill
thing.
your hole.
It probably would fill my hole entirely,
Wow.
actually, but it's got like multi-base models and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's girthy.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, I don't know, man.
Who are
Like,
you going to play sludge with? I don't have any sludge.
no one. I'm just gonna make an army.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe Vroomer. I don't know.
Make two, yeah, Boomer, hit us up, man. Shay wants to play sludge with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Make 2 armies, dude. I'll play any game if you provide the minis.
Yeah.
Bolt action.
Bolt action. I've been looking at ranges of Shadow Deep.
Did
Yeah.
MJ get on that?
Yeah, MJ and someone else mentioned it just recently. Manu, I think it was. One of the new guys. I think it was Manu. Sorry, that it was
It was someone.
a couple of days ago.
Yeah, that's gone from
Yeah.
Yeah. It's evaporated.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fairy dust. Doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
But like,
has not landed.
I just love the lore behind it, and like, again, miniature agnostic games, man, are just driving me. Like, I just love the idea of using different like the same models for different games.
Yeah.
Not like stuck where these models are Space Marines and that only makes sense in 40k.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I have this whole like detachment thing, right? Where it's like I can't detach those models from that.
Yeah, okay.
Where someone could be like, yeah, cool, it's just this like space dude, right?
Yeah.
I can't. It's a space
Yeah.
marine.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be a space marine.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what fucking color you paint it or what you give it. It's a space marine.
Yeah, and
You know?
that's intentional, you know. Like
Yeah.
that's what Games Workshop wants. They
Yeah.
don't want their stuff to be too ambiguous.
No.
As you wouldn't, you want your stuff to be iconic.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Some games just can't. If you're doing a World War II game, you can't make your stuff unique.
Nah, because it has to be historically accurate as well and like
Yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah,
Some games do a really good job. Like I find Infinity probably like the best sci-fi for miniature agnostic games, and for
Yeah.
Infinity's great.
yeah. But they do the complete opposite, where it's like, of course, like they're iconic in if you know them,
Yeah, for sure.
but like if you don't, I mean, maybe the same could be said for 40K. I don't know, like
Maybe it's because you know it so
it's
well.
because I know it.
You can't see
Yeah, I can't
that
see it.
Necron, but someone else might look at it and be
It's
like,
just
it's a space
it's
robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a zombie robot.
It's a Terminator. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. Like that's just things that go inside my brain.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything, you know,
It's
rattling
a hamster
around in
wheel
there.
running
Yeah.
around in there, dude.
There's some stuff going on. You got a couple of hamsters.
Yeah.
It's funny you said detached. The first thing I thought of was my hobby journey recently
Yeah.
of commission painting for free.
Oh, you're a commission painter now. Look
I'm a
at you.
commission painter.
You're a big man.
Yep. Basically, watch out for my grill and diamond rings next
Yeah.
week because
Nice.
no, I'm not making any money. But I think A, because I'm doing it for free, and B, because I'll never see these minis again, probably.
Probably. Yeah.
Unless they invite me to play, which I hope they do, because
I
I've
mean,
been...
you just painted fucking all of them.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm painting, by the way, for context, for those that weren't in on the live app.
Yeah.
I'm painting the miniatures from a board game called Journeys in Middle-earth, the
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings one. There's like 70 minis because they went and got the expansion. And my mate is giving it to his girlfriend, and he was like, hey, man, can you paint these minis? Not knowing what's, involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, when do you need them by? He was like, Monday, which from when he said that was a week. And
Yeah.
I was like, 70 minis in a week, dude? Of course. I mean, I've never painted that many minis full stop.
It's 10 a day, dude.
So, but I'll take it. I was like, nah, man, I'll try, but I'll do the base game of 25 minis in the week.
Yeah.
With some scatter stuff. Anyways, the process of painting those when you're not attached to them, when they're not yours, and
Yeah.
you're not getting paid, and you'll never see them again, and you know these people aren't miniature people.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care.
Yeah.
I sent a picture of one I just slapped together in maybe 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, I fucking love that.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, bro, if you love that, I mean, I haven't even dry brushed this one yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I painted like a stack of them and sent them through, and he's just like, yeah, dude, love it. That's it.
Nice.
I'm chuffed. And
Nice.
I think what helped is because I wasn't attached to them, because
Yeah.
they weren't mine. I didn't have that like level of pride. I just sort of slapped them, and they
Just get
did
them
come out.
done.
Yeah, they came out looking fine. And I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I would rather have an entire army of this quality painted
Yeah.
than paint 5 miniatures, get burnt out because I spent 12 hours on it,
Yeah.
and then I look at my big stack of 40 more orcs to do,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, these look awesome, and I'm super happy with these, but like I'm not happy with these.
Yeah. So
So-
it's this tiny little bunch here that you are happy with.
Yeah.
Just gets over like it's like a big
Yeah.
looming shadow over the ones that
Yeah.
you, like these ones that aren't done.
Yep, absolutely. And it's
Yeah.
not just a trade-off. It's like, oh, yeah, of course, like, yeah, you're happy with those. That's as good as having a full army that you're, not super happy with.
Yeah.
It's wrong because, like, I get the happiness out of completing a project,
Yeah.
then playing with an entire painted army. So
Yeah.
it dwarfs painting, yeah. So I was just like, you know what? I need to be more detached with my minis.
Yeah.
I can always repaint them. I can always strip them. I can
Yeah.
always sell them fuckers.
Yeah.
And buy new ones.
You will.
I will. As long as they're not painted, I will.
Yeah.
So I need to get paint on these things. What? Yeah.
The grey notes.
No, I kept all the painted ones.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah, I kept all my actual... Yeah, I did.
Oh okay. I
Yeah.
thought you just wanted to test.
Yeah, I sold all my unpainted ones to
Oh,
test,
yeah,
which were
yeah.
new on sprue or... Yeah, not painted.
Yeah.
He painted them for me.
Yeah.
God bless you, Test. At least those grey knights have seen paint. Something I was never going to do.
No.
Because,
So-
again, I cared too much, so...
I want to ask you about these models, right? So, are they soft plastic, like the
Yep.
stock standard board game kind of minis?
Yeah, my first impression was like, are these like hard plastic? Because they have that like that dark grey Games Workshop. They look,
Yeah.
they're not they're sharp,
Yeah.
sharp enough, not GW sharp, but
Yeah,
Star
yeah.
Wars Legion sharp.
Yep.
But yeah, they are like this. That soft plastic, so you could put your fingernails in
bend
there
them?
and make it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the swords are just like that, and you just kind of like bend them, and then
Oh,
they'll just
yeah.
fall like that. You know, you can just wiggle them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know they won't break, so
What are the mold lines like on them?
yeah, that's another thing. I sort of looked at them and I was like, oh, some of them, the mold lines are kind of in random spots.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't really care.
Yeah,
They're not really
yeah.
noticeable.
No.
Not like on top.
Okay.
So I was
cool.
like, oh well, they didn't pay me to clean this stuff. They
Nah.
didn't pay me at all.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That's cool, man. It's good. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of them done.
yeah, I'm looking forward to taking the methods that I used, which were, I've learned so much about like just little speed techniques.
Yeah.
I kind
Yeah.
of just went, because I didn't care, I was willing to try all this random
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Bloody oath.
And then it worked, and I was like, oh, why would I spend 12 layers trying to get not that same effect, obviously.
Yeah.
Not as smooth, but when I put it over here with the other 12, I'm like, oh, wait, suddenly how smooth it is does not matter.
Yeah.
The fact that it's done matters.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Bloody oath.
So I'm hyped.
Nice.
I'm hyped to finish that and then just get into my own shit
Yeah. Yeah.
and actually paint,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Well, you are. You're doing heaps of shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I've mostly been printing. So
True.
that actually takes more time than I thought it did
Yeah.
originally. You gotta like slice the things up and tweak settings and fix machines and ugh. Who would do that?
Madman.
I have one more question
For me?
for yes
Oh.
for Churchy.
For Churchy, yes. I would
Oh,
like to
sorry, he
know-
was asleep. No, for you.
Oh.
I'm half asleep.
It's a big day, man.
It's not that they're very entertaining. I'm just
I'm just very sleepy on account of how boring these two are. Which actually kind of ties into my question.
soothing voices, like a lullaby.
This may come into play soon. If you could no longer do, someone banned you as a law, you could no longer
Wait,
do a hobby
me
podcast.
or Churchy?
You.
Oh.
You can no longer do a tabletop podcast.
Yeah.
What would you do a podcast on? What do you have an expertise in or are passionate about that isn't hobby? What would you do?
Oh, that's a good question.
Someone's like, hey man, I fully fund a podcast, but you got to release an episode every week.
If I could just go back, like if I had to, like, if I was banned from doing a podcast, I would just enjoy the fact that I didn't do a podcast.
Yeah. Have free time and shit.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I love doing this shit. But
You're not
oh,
a prisoner,
man.
dude. You choose this every week.
I know. I do it to myself. We all do it to ourselves, really. Oh man, that's a good question. I don't know. Like, maybe. So it can't be anything to do with hobby.
Correct. No tabletop game stuff.
I'd have to cop out and say like a video game or like maybe
Sure.
talk about like a TV series or something like that. Like a podcast dedicated to like one particular TV series.
What would your TV series be? What's the...
Man, you know what? Like there's a TV show called Fringe. Have you seen that?
No.
Like
I'm already bored of your podcast.
Fuck
But
you.
sell it to me, dude.
So, like, I'm not going to tell you the story of Fringe, right?
Because that's
But-
episode 1.
That's episode 1, of course. I don't know. It's just a TV show that I like started to really get into, but then like stopped watching it.
Okay.
And I feel like it
Must
would be
be good.
cool to watch an episode and then do an episode, you know?
Ah, okay.
Like that. Like you can talk.
Yeah.
You can talk about the whole episode. You can go into details and all that kind of stuff. Like there's a couple that my fiance listens to. Like she listens to like I don't know like the OC podcasts and stuff
They
like
have
that.
podcasts
right?
on that.
Yeah. So it's like apparently some of the chicks in the show like
Oh,
talk about it.
there you go.
Yeah, like I mean, they're obviously qualified to talk about it, right? I'm not
Oh, yeah,
qualified
yeah.
to talk about shit, let alone like.
That's almost better, though. I'd
Yeah.
rather hear about the OC from you.
Yeah.
You should do it on the
OC, an OC. Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, man, that'd be dope. I'd watch that. I'd listen to that.
Alright.
Hell yeah, man.
Doing
What
it.
the fuck are these guys doing? Just like, it's a non-issue. Just don't go and buy that car and drive it at 180 kilometers per hour off the cliff. I don't.
Exactly.
I've never seen it.
I don't know.
I imagine it's about cars.
I don't think so. I think it's about teenage
It's Orange
drama.
County. It's the OC. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
remembering now. I'm having
Oh, are you
flashbacks.
thinking like OCC, like Orange County Choppers?
What's that?
Like they make motorbikes?
Dude, there you go. There's your podcast.
Yeah,
Motorbikes.
true.
You're all over that shit.
Yeah, true.
You know what that is, so that's a start. Yeah, I would love to see you do a podcast where you review drama television shows.
Like what, Neighbours
specifically.
or like
Yeah.
something
Oh,
better?
Neighbours.
That's terrible.
Yeah, start at season 1, episode 1. I
God.
don't know if you could even find it, to be honest.
No, probably not.
That's
What would you have a podcast about?
I'm not really good at anything. I think I'd have a podcast about...
Football.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I
Okay.
could do one on football.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of boring. Especially in Australia. An Australian talking about American football.
Yeah.
I would do it on backyard chickens, and then it would branch out into just animals in general.
Okay.
Every episode. First, it would start off with every episode is a new breed of chicken.
And there's only
Pros
6
and
breeds
cons.
of chicken.
Incorrect. Bro, now you've motivated me to start an episode to...
7.
Yeah. And all tips on keeping backyard chickens.
Okay.
So it'd be like 50%. Well, there you go. All right, there you go. Never mind. Seems like everyone already knows.
Make sure they have water.
Yeah. Yeah, but chickens are picky on their water, dude.
What,
Some
you have to have, like a
chickens...
slice of lemon in there or something.
Some chickens, dude, will die of dehydration before drinking, like, warm water.
Fucking retarded.
I know. That's chickens, dude.
Okay.
That's chickens as a whole.
Bunch
Um,
of savages.
I watched a thing on Reddit today. It was like
Put icebox in there.
a hawk attacked a chicken,
Yeah.
and like it was like like attacked the chicken.
So
and
was
the
the
chickens-
GoPro on like the hawk or the chicken?
It was just watching the chicken coop,
Oh, okay.
which us chicken fanatics do
I
often.
imagined the chicken like wearing a GoPro.
Oh, that'd be
Or the
dope.
hawk wearing a GoPro.
Yeah. Yeah. Whose hawk is this? Someone's random hawk. I put a GoPro on him and he flew away. I haven't seen him in 5 years. Now he's attacking chickens. I don't know, man. It's not my problem. I'm just
checking
really
the
impressed
cloud.
with the battery.
The hawk like charges it every day.
Yeah, plugs it in at the nest. Yeah, man. It attacked the chicken, and then like the rooster came out and just like fucked up the hawk, and then the hawk like sort of gimpily flew away.
Oh wow.
And the chicken just like strutted back into the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like that cock was like, not in my house, bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
I messed up that
You
hawk.
take one of my hose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's my bitch.
Yeah.
You want to get some of meat? You get it elsewhere.
Yeah.
This is mine. Yeah, it was dope.
Nice.
Anyway, so it'll be on chickens.
Cool.
Yeah, roosters are savages, man.
Bro.
Absolute savages.
Nuts. Yeah, I'd be chicken drama if I could get my hands on some chicken drama.
Chicken
Like
drama,
cockfights,
like a-
that'd be easy.
Wait.
Not hosting them,
Okay.
but finding instances of like that guy that killed himself.
well, I mean, the chicken
By
killed
being
him.
so dumb that he hosted
didn't kill
cost-
himself.
yeah.
The chicken killed him. The chicken got the kill.
Yeah,
Love that.
Chicken kill count.
No assist here.
No, the person got the assist.
Yeah.
He was so dumb that he hosted a cockfight, so he gets the assist for his own death.
Yeah.
But that chicken killed him good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I love that shit.
Mm. So it'd just be like chicken drama and stuff.
Nice.
Just all things chickens.
When you say chicken drama, first thing that comes to my head is like the OC, but if it's chickens.
So our next project has been decided.
Exactly.
And just like
Just
that.
making
So like
chicken
3
noises.
seasons. Oh, Churchy started it.
Yeah. But I made more of a turkey noise.
Yeah, you
I
were.
had
You
to,
were.
and I had to adapt. I was like, oh shit, that's a turkey. That's not a chicken.
Yeah, it's not really my area of expertise, if I'm honest. I knew it wasn't a chicken, but it could have been any other animal. Was that a bee? A duck? I don't know. Mallards, I'm also slightly interested in, so that would feature.
Sure.
But that's
You did.
I will.
Yeah.
If this ever
As
fails.
a classic meme goes, look at all those chickens.
Oh, I love that one.
And they're all ducks or
Yeah.
geese or whatever.
They're like
they are.
galahs, are they? Oh, maybe they're
There's
geese.
something
Yeah.
else. I think they're like geese or geese or something.
I don't know. It's because they didn't have pixels back then, so it's kind of like
definitely
white.
not chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at all those chickens. That was peak Vine days, man.
Oh,
Love it.
Love
Yeah.
that shit.
So good.
it's a shame that died and TikTok
TikTok.
rose in its ashes.
Nick knock TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well,
Anyway, well,
that's been us.
that's been Beers and Banner.
Thanks for sticking around.
Yes.
Hope you enjoyed your bev.
I'm glad you made it this far.
Hope you got some hobby. Yeah, it's hard to know if we're talking to anyone at this
I
point.
don't even know
but-
what time it is.
Yeah. 15 minutes, 40 minutes? I don't know. But we appreciate you tuning into our random ramblings.
Yep.
I want to know, what podcast would you do? Let us know in the YouTube comments.
If you did a podcast, what would it be?
You know what? For some of you that aren't doing a podcast yet, you should do it.
Yeah.
Whatever that podcast will be, and we'll
We'll
watch
support you.
Or if you don't do a podcast, be churchy and support a podcast.
Yeah. Be a sound guy for a podcast.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Learn some
There you
skills. Maybe we'll hire you.
What?
I mean, as well as email us a quote. Thank you so much. I've been Fox,
I've been Shane.
and you've been existing. And that's
you.
all we can ask.
Indeed. Hooroo.
Hooroo.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a penny turn red.